SBK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hey guys, I can't wait to watch these two go at it again. It was an incredible battle first time round, and I think there'll be a few shots fired out here.
Well, we've got an exciting match coming your way, so stick around and let's see who wins it. Lovely effort, that. And take us through the approach shot. It's not easy to run the ball onto the green.
It's not. Your approach shot has to come in high and soft with a lot of spin, as there's just not much depth to this green. Not much movement either, fairly flat, although there is a ridge that bisects this green in two. You want to make sure that you're on the correct side of that ridge to have a good opportunity to make the putt.
A long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
This is what they have left for par here.
Ouch, that hurts. What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Ooh. And this one will be for double bogey. So a disappointing double to begin their round there.
Luke, that had all kinds of ugly on that one. Not too sure how they're going to rebound from this one.
The second hole is a long par 3, old typical Redan style at 230 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down. This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
A par putt awaits. And there it is. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side you obviously want no part of, but if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving from right to left. The miss is out to the right, but watch out. It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. just didn't drop. Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. That's a good save in the end for a bogey. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. The first of the par fives, Rich, the fourth hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those bunkers down the left-hand side certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
Henny, how bad is this lie?
Just trickled off the fairway, but still in good shape.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. Getting ready to play their third. This would be a great up and down. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, well played.
Great touch.
Putting for par. Now 7 shots behind after that. The fifth at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front 9, measuring just under 400 yards, Ridge. Placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
Well, that's a handy shot. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. That's disappointing. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th, Rich. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the right, most definitely the widest part of the fairway, just left of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity. Ooh, that was a little bit of an interesting pass at it.
Splash. Playing this shot from around 220 yards here.
Next shot straight back into the teeth of the wind.
It's a brave one. Driver off the deck. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Just 6 feet between he and the hole. That's a good bogey in the end. And now at +4 for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Always nice to have a birdie putt. And nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. Currently at +3 for the event. We have a par 4 on this one.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber's pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge. If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
All right, he's going with a little extra club, gone against the caddy here. Let's see if it was the right shout.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front 9, the 9th, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in 2. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front 9, and one they have to find the fairway with.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Can you believe it? That's remarkable. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. Time now to make the turn for home, Rich. And this is an exciting part of the championship. What are your thoughts on this performance?
Well, this has been entertaining so far, hasn't it? The players behind their rival at the turn, but that's just temporarily. They got 9 more holes to go. Some good opportunities on the back 9 to catch them. Let's see how this all ends up.
Looks to have opted for the 8 iron.
Nice out the rough here. That lie was just nasty. That's the best they could do from there.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And a par putt awaits him. Okay, let's head to the next. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 3rd, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
It does. It just has a little more landing room here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
That might be one club too many. Oh! Well, you've got to give some credit there. That was the right club on the right line. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Ooh, right by the hole. And this one is for his par. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back 9s.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill to a green that sits above you. One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. Now 8 shots back after that hole. Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side, open up the angle for your second shot, and it's obvious you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side, make a par. Pretty simple.
Nicely done. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. That's frustrating. And that putt will drop. Well done. Sitting at 1 over for the day. And another of the uphill par threes, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
That was a gallant attempt. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. Not a bad play, that one. Trying to get back to even par with this putt. Oh, just missed. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This is what they have left for par.
At 1 over par now, heading to the stretch. A chance to lift. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's Club and Lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts here at the par 5 16th.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that now, back to level par.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Going with the 5 wood. We need this one to bounce right. It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Rich, as we head to the finishing hole here at Bay Hill, a famous finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
And this putt for a final score of 72.
Oh, yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that'll bring an end to today's proceedings. Well, I'm sure that wasn't what this player had in mind for this event, but hopefully there's something better in their immediate future.
Yeah, that is putting it very gently there, Luke. Not very much happening at all in this player's game this week.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Players' Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Thank you so much, Luke. I am so happy that I have been put with these two players because they've been going back and forth at each other on social media leading up to this event. They seem to really have something to prove, a bone to pick with each other, and it'll all be settled out on the golf course today.
Well, that's very few occasions where he does get beaten, and if it's anywhere, it's going to be on the green. So let's see if this player rolls their potato better than most. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. This is one of those lengthy putts. Good one just to get close. Oh, so close. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. The first of our birdie opportunities comes second, par 5.
Drive it out to the right-hand side to get yourself a good look at reaching this green in 2.
Well struck. And he's down there.
The wind is at their back on this one.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. And here we are with the third shot. Six feet remaining to the cup.
So far, so good.
Oh, how about that one? And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Par 3, just 177 yards from the back, but this green is always firm. Be wary of that.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. "16 feet to the hole. Ouch, that hurts. Yep, well done. And that'll drop him down to even par now.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Looks like they put a good pass on that one. Second shot here on the 4th. Well played, mate. Putting for birdie. Oh, nice looking putt. Beautiful shot. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Former FedEx Cup champ Billy Horschel has the lead in this one. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. Strong hole this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat, runs from back left to front right, but one of the more benign greens on this layout.
This would be a good putt to make, to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. That's a disappointing stroke. That's a push. And this putt coming up for his par.
This putt to tie Colin Morikawa.
The tee shot at the par 4 6th has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 4?
Par 4, 393 yards from the back. Most players taking out a long iron or hybrid just for placement in the fairway.
This green is surrounded by tall palm trees. Don't get caught out by one.
Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
Now with this putt, he'll go up on Collin Morikawa. Colin's been looking a little rattled. Let's see how this goes.
Okay, steady now. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. As we go from a wonderful little par 4, we go to a challenging, longer par 4, the 7.
Par 4, 451 yards, all sorts of danger down the left-hand side. Hit your tee shot out to the right. Second shot, find the green, 2-putt, and sprint to the tee on the 8th. 4 left.
That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Okay, so that's step 1, but now got to hold a mid-range putt. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. Currently 1 under for the day. The 8th hole, a long par 3 stretching 240 yards at its maximum. It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
I don't find anything sleepy about this hole. The front of the screen is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Here we have a par 5. Is it time to get after it or play it safe?
Nicely done.
Second shot here on the 9th. Here we are in the fairway bunker. Can they execute a good shot? Playing their 4th shot. Didn't that look good for a long time? He has this putt to save his par. That will work. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. As you make the turn here at TPC Sawgrass, the 10th hole is a clever one.
Pretty basic par 4, just 424 yards to the back tee. Players take out a hybrid or a 3-wood, hit it out to the right-hand side, which will leave a short second shot. However, lots of undulations on this green, so make sure your second shot is the correct distance.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Has to putt this one downhill.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there. In she goes. Let's head to the next. There's some birdie holes out on this course, and the 11th is certainly one of those, but there are some troublesome spots if you get out of play.
There definitely is trouble, but the thing I love about this hole the most, Luke, is that there's so many different ways to play it. Most players will take driver off the tee, but from there, now it's anybody's ball game. You don't have to go for the green on the second shot. You can lay it up over the left. You can lay it up over to the right. You can lay it up long left. There's so many different ways of attacking this hole. Each individual is going to do it differently. I love the second shot on this hole.
Where will this one end up? Great shot. Here we have the second shot into the 11th. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Always like the aggressive play, going forward in 2 and get rewarded for it.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
Fantastic play so far, setting this up for the eagle.
Just didn't drop. So close to the eagle. Yeah, you'll take that. Good birdie. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just the decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, the little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
They're a long way from the hole here. Work to be done.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, I like the look of this. Ooh, right by the hole. Just a simple tap in for par on this one. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Well, as you start to head for home here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3 13th.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14th.
Difficult tee shot on this, playing some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. That's a good putt to make. We'll take that. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. He finds himself currently tied for 12th.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Handy effort, that one. Playing this shot from about 180 yards.
Back into the wind. They need to flight this one down.
That one's headed left. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Well, if he can make that big putt, it'll save that bunker shot, that's for sure. And he needs this to save par. And you hold it. What a monster. He's currently tied for 13th. As we head to the 16th tee, the famous par 5 reached the start of the gauntlet.
Ideally, players want to take their tee shots from right to left, start off that fairway bunker and move it left back in the fairway. Anything down the left-hand side can get caught up into those trees and really cause players issues with their layup. You find the fairway, now you have a massive decision to make. Go for it or bail out to the left, thinking that's the safe play. It really is not. You have to be brave and try and find this green with your second shot. If not, it could come up and bite you.
Wonderfully played. To win the Players' Championship, you've got to run the gauntlet, Rich. Here we are with that big testing second shot at 16.
The water down the right-hand side is very obvious. What's not obvious are the grass bunkers on the left-hand side. You hit it in those, no guarantee of getting up and down. If you take on the green and find it, then you're almost guaranteed a birdie 4.
Just go ahead and tap that one in. He finds himself in a share of 13th. It's time for a one-shotter.
When you play here in a practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
20 feet to the cup. That's frustrating. Time to make a putt here. This one's for double. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Let's head to the finishing hole. This wonderful par 4 18th. Wonderful only if you're a spectator.
It's wonderful if you're not playing it for a lot of cash. It's just one of the most difficult, visually intimidating holes I think you'll ever face in your life. Somehow, try and hit it down the right-hand side of the fairway, keep it out of the rough, and from there, hit it out to the right-hand side of the green somehow, also keeping it out of the rough or that pot bunker short right. Listen, you'd be happy to make 5 here, that's for sure. 4s are magnificent. 3s are unicorns. They really don't happen that much. It is such a difficult, demanding finishing hole. Probably one of the toughest in championship golf.
And with that, this round comes to a close. And as we recap the day's results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the action today.
No place I would rather be, Luke. What a day it was. Saw some wins, saw some losses. Overall, some great golf and a pleasure to be out here alongside you guys.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hey, Luke and Rich. I'm looking forward to treading the fairways again with these two because they were absolute fire the first time round, and I have a feeling that after their exchanges on social media, it'll be even more spicy out here.
All right, Beamer, your thoughts on Brooke and her rivalry?
It was Brooke who won their most recent encounter, so let's expect some fireworks this week, Luke.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
That makes its way to the first cut. Opting for the 5-wood. That's tidy. And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup. They're staring this down for eagle.
Was on a good line. Getting off to a great start at this event.
And that should calm whatever nerves this player has. Nice opening hole.
Bit untidy, wasn't it? Henny, what's the player facing here?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Nice shot, that. That should find the surface. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
This one looking really good.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? There's putt of about 6 feet coming up. That gets the job done. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Rich, it's a challenge, to say the very least, the 3rd hole.
Yes, most players aren't going to take out driver as they just want to lay it back of the water that creeps out on the right-hand side. From there, it shortens up the 2nd shot, believe it or not, to a green that pitches from right to left fairly severely. Your misses can't be out to the right with your 2nd shot. That is a no-no.
That's inside the house of opportunity.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. I like the look of this. Currently 1 under for the event. The 4th hole, the first of the par 3s on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
He seems to have zero regard for the fact that he's playing against a multiple major champion here. Just firing off approach shots like that. Wow.
Oh, looking to make a statement here. Going with driver off the tee.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
2nd shot here on the 5th. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Straight back up into the breeze. Going to be a tough one.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. A putt for a place in the top 10.
Looking good so far.
That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Oh, that one's straight at the pipe.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick. Ended up in the rough.
That's a touch of class.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. 4 strokes off the lead. Ooh, that almost went down. And tapping in for par on this one. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
No, that's too bad. It's just about 3 feet away. He finds himself currently tied for 9th. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Well, a little off the target with that one. Sitting at -3 in a share of 9th position. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
It's looking solid.
Yeah, we'll take that. Now 5 strokes behind. The back 9 at Innisbrook's Copperhead course begins with a par 4.
Straight down the hill these tee shots go. That bunker down the left-hand side should see a fair bit of action. If you leave it out to the right-hand side, there's some trees that are overhanging will block out your second shot. This green tilts pretty good from back to front.
This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. 5 strokes behind our leader. Well, let's hope this one draws a good lie, because it's not going to be on the fairway. Oh, dear. Can he get out of here?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Yeah, that's well played. Safely onto the putting surface. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
Gotta try and save the par here.
He's currently tied for 14th. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. You can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 4 shots behind our leader.
Yeah, this is lovely.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. He's currently tied for 7th.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
That's the kind of strike that's going to make them come back every day of the week. And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Wind's blowing from left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind. Pretty good shot there.
And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place.
Looking better.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Step aside, gents. This man's marching into the top 5. Just 2 shots back after that hole. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Ooh. This one's for bogey. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The 3rd shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your 2nd shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your 3rd in there close.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Just 3 strokes back. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. This one's looking good. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. And that will take him to 5 under. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. An opportunity to make their par. Currently 5 under for the day. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees and all sorts of trouble. Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
That was a great shot at the right time.
Oh, you love to see those shots land. What a play.
The final hole of the snake pit, an uphill par 3. Again, 210+ yards.
The final challenging par 3 on this golf course. Good news is, though, is the green funnels in from both the right and left edges. Most shots are going to end up right in the center of this green.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. A lot on the line here. This putt for a share of top spot.
Well, if he should make it, tied going into the final hole.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. We've made our way to the final tee here of Innisbrook's Copperhead course, and Rich, no real reprieve.
Not at all. Tee shots have to favor the right-hand side, staying short of those bunkers down the right. The bunkers on the left will see a lot of action, and good luck getting it on the green from there. This green is probably one of the nastiest on the golf course, as it's got a severe tilt from back to front and left to right as well. This is truly one of the best par 4 finishing holes on the PGA Tour.
Well, moments don't get much bigger than this. A must-make putt if they want extra holes. Good-looking putt. Well, there you have it, Rich. It looked inevitable. We're into a playoff.
These players were deadlocked all day today. Hopefully this player can get it done in the playoff.
Well, how about that, Rich? We couldn't get this tournament won in regulation, so let's go to extra holes.
Playoffs. Who doesn't love a good playoff, Luke?
Well, here we go, Rich. A sudden death playoff to decide this championship.
I can't wait. Let's roll.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely. Take dead aim.
See if you can get that one to come back to the left a little. It all comes down to this. Make it, and the playoff continues. And that'll force this playoff to another hole. Let's move on to the next hole of this playoff, shall we? Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
Made a birdie in regulation. What can they produce now?
Well, Rich, in the thick stuff here, not a good spot to be. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Oh, and that's a missed green in a playoff. Hopefully they can regain their composure. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.